Have you ever wondered what else has happened on the special day you were born? Well, I have. There's lots that has gone on during all the February 7s in the world. Many historical events that I didn't even know about. All I have known about February 7th is that it was the day I was born. First, we'll start with the worlding events. Ramzi Yousef was a mastermind of the 1993 World Trade Center bombing. He was arrested and convicted to a life sentence without parole. Elizabeth Dole was sworn in as the first female Secretary of Transportation for 4.5 years. Along with those two people, Helen Wallace died in 1995 at the age of 70. She was president of the Society of Nutritional Research, and according to the Worthington Daily Globe, Joseph McCarville died at age 84 in 2011. He was a farmer who started off with horses and ended with machinery. Joseph was married and lived in Dundee, Minnesota. Those were all the good worlding events that happened on February 7th. But in 1812, an 8.2 earthquake shook the New Madrid, Missouri. It covered an area of 50,000 square miles, destroying houses and toppled the tops of chimneys. Next, we'll talk about sporting and singing events on February 7th. The Olympics go for 4 years, and the 18th Winter Olympic Games open at Nagano, Japan for the first time in 1998. The Games started on February 7th and ended on the 22nd. There were 2,176 participants who came from the 72 different nations. Figure skating was part of the Olympic Games in 1987. Brian Bontanero was the male championship and was part of the Olympic Games in 1987. Debbie Thomas was the female championship. Beyond that, in 1942, the first indoor pole vault was established at 15 feet high. Cornelius Waterdam broke the current record at 15 feet 3/8 high. When it comes to professional sports, tennis player Bjorn Borg attempted to commit suicide in Milan in 1989. Borg was rushed to the hospital because police discovered he had an overdose of barbiturates. On the other hand, heavyweight boxing Mike Tyson married Robin Glenvis in 1988. Their marriage only lasted 1 year and 1 week because of violent spousal abuse. Last but not least, singing stars Madonna's new hit single Open Your Heart goes #1 in 1987. The song was written as a simple love song by Madonna, but sung by other artists too. Another song that hit the charts was Jingle Jang by the Archives in 1970. The song made #10 on the list. Whitney Houston won the 1994 21st American Music Award, making this her 8th award for that year. She also tied with Michael Jackson. After all the sporting and singing events, we will lastly talk about the inventions on the second month of the year and the 7th day of that month. Inventions are anything that someone has made up or come up with. They are usually a device. The world's largest telescope, that is 600 centimeters long, begins operation in 1976. The telescope required constant computer control to operate. Monopoly was another invention by Charles Darrow in 1935. This game is all about how to manage your money and make money off your property. Not only that, but according to the brain history, the movie Pinocchio premieres in New York City in 1940. This animated movie is about a boy who lies, and every time he lies, his nose gets bigger. Then, in order for his nose to get smaller again, he had to tell the truth. Wrapping up the inventions, I have realized that there is a lot that has gone on everything that has happened throughout the many February 7s, the thing that is most important to me is my birth. Without me or any of these events stated, the world would be a totally different place. In some places, it could be less noticeable than others, but in other places, it could have changed things drastically.
Tschüss.